Hey everyone, I'm Artebreeze, this is Summoner Wars, and welcome to Season 4 of the Summoner Wars League, Week 1. Today I've got a Div 1 game, Snalg, Season 3's champion, and Massimo, a newcomer to Div 1. For those who don't know, Massimo is also the one who manages the SW League website. That's www.sw-zone.com. He's doing a great job. He's the one who makes commentary videos like this possible, so thanks to him for that. So the first thing that strikes me early on in this game is the wall configuration that Retalis is using. In an earlier video, I criticized the flat wall configuration that you see there. The problem with the flat wall is that once your opponent's units are against it, it's very hard to swing around from behind the wall and counterattack them. That's why you always kind of want to have an open space in between your walls so you can effectively attack and defend. So why is Retalis using a flat wall here? Retalis' power does two things. It adds units to the field and it hurts himself. He's got a flat wall configuration there to create a kind of buffer zone where he can move and operate and keep adding units to the field without having to worry about being flanked or having a unit sent through. Maldaria can do this, most factions can. This is not first edition, this is second edition. The ability of a deck to do enormous amounts of damage is much higher in this game than it was in the first one. So that's kind of why it makes sense to do this, but it's not something you would normally see in another faction necessarily, and it's not something that I'm used to seeing, having played so much first edition and now having played so much second edition. I think, however, it is taking a good look at because Snalg is no slouch. He's one of the best players in the game. He was the champion last season as well, so when he does something, I pay attention. What you're seeing in the game here is a contest for the midfield between Maldaria and her units, mostly Guardians there, and Retalis and his undead carriers. I tend to play the Fallen Kingdom straight up assassination style, especially in this matchup. I go after Maldaria at every opportunity I can to do damage to her. I take it because she doesn't have that much health, and at the end of the game, if I can just get to her enough times, the Fallen Kingdom have a number of different tools that allow them to break through Maldaria's defenses and hit her. I'm talking about Purge and Undead Archers coming up. I'm talking about Undead Archers with Hellforge, which can not only cause damage, but when it destroys them, another Undead Archer can step in. Of course, there is Purge Hops, which is when you move a unit up that's still within 3 spaces of an Undead Archer, and then you use Purge on an open space even. As long as that Undead Archer that you summon hasn't moved that turn, they can get an extra move. And if they have a Hellforge, they can basically hit Maldaria from any side. So that's how I like to do it. But what you're seeing here is a more economical style of play. However, two things have happened here. Number one, Maldaria was playing forward. And number two, she managed to really get in there and clean out all of Retalis' carriers. So what does he do? Now, I don't like Ember Archers in this matchup, and here's why. They are carrier food. The other thing that Maldaria did was she exposed herself to damage. So now we're going to see a shift from trying to win an economic battle in the midfield. Retalis kind of lost that battle. Now Maldaria is so badly hurt, and as I mentioned before, Retalis has more than a few ways of getting to Maldaria, and with her at 1 health, this game is basically over. Here you've got Maldaria hiding. In goes Dragos. He's got the tools right here, and as you can see, the Undead Archer leaps ahead. That's a nice combo from Snalg. Good game to both you guys. Looks like it was an interesting matchup and definitely favors the Undead. Thanks for watching.